Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are group 2 from class BA 20250 1B. I'm Nur Sabrina binti Muhammad Kamal. Let me introduce the background of the business, the company that we choose. We choose Kamidor Home Mart. Kamidor Home Mart started its operation in the early 2017. The owner of this business is Mr. Nelson, and he is 45 years old. He opened Kamidor Home Mart using modal from headquarters, and the headquarters approved the modal to run this business. The company used the modal within 500,000 ringgit as beginning capital. He gets to own a branch at Kota Baru, Kelantan. The operation hours starts at 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. and only close in Wednesday. People who work as construction workers and so on highly recommended this mart because the price is cheaper and have high quality of goods. The type of the business entity is sole proprietorship, also traders. Besides selling building equipment, Mr. Nelson also is a supplier of interior goods. Among the interior items that he sells are windows, doors, culvert, aluminium, and glasses. The company get its stocks from the headquarters, which is their supplier. The business assets may include lorry, computers of workers, goods, furniture, table, chair, and other things. The estimated value of sales of Kamidor Home Mart right now is around 120,000 ringgit. The profit earned in 1 month is around 40,000 ringgit, and the expense on workers' wages or salary of workers is around 1,300 till 1,400 ringgit.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The business characteristic for our assignment is we have choose a sole proprietorship. What is sole proprietorship? Sole proprietorship is a type of business entity that is owned and run by one individual, and there is no legal distinction between the owner and the business. The owner receives all profits and has unlimited responsibility for all losses and debts. For our assignment, we had choose the Kamidor Home Mart company. Kamidor Home Mart, which owned by Mr. Nelson, is a sole proprietorship. This is type of business also known as sole tradership, individual entrepreneurship, and proprietorships. Kamidor Home Mart Trading's type of business is building material store. As a sole proprietorship company, Mr. Nelson as the owner had supplied the total capital from his own wealth and goods from other company under the same capital. Kamidor Home Mart company is a business that provides building material such as aluminium, various types of doors, windows, building stuff, and others. The business also provides furnishing materials for home, school, and other companies. Currently, Kamidor Home Mart company has taken tenders to provide building stuff to customers who would like to improve their residence and provide plastic chairs to school which near to their company. As a sole tradership, Kamidor Home Mart business is registered under Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia with the business registration under Business Registration Act 1957. This company is owned by one owner, which is Mr. Nelson. The business opening capital contributed by the owner, which from his personal saving and been supplied from other companies. These proprietorships alone take all the decision making in the business, as well as Mr. Nelson, who is the owner of Kamidor Home Mart Company. Kamidor Home Mart Company was handled with the help of his workers. Mr. Nelson had hired another 5 staff to help him grow the business. Therefore, his family members also lend a hand to help him if there are too many works to do. The business he runs has unlimited liabilities, which is if the business has failed and the assets are not enough to cover the debt, the payable have rights against Mr. Nelson's personal properties. Lastly, the owners of this company, Mr. Nelson, has no legal obligation to keep the books and accounts for his business.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Izul Amir bin Hasbullah. So today I would like to explain the classification of business item. There are 5 types of classification. First, assets, expenses, capital, liability, and revenue. We look at the first points, asset. For our business that we choose, Kamidor Home Mart have several important assets to keep the business running efficiently. On the list of current assets, they have cash in hands. What is cash in hands? It's a payment for goods in cash rather than by a check or other else. Usually, customer pay with cash to buy tools or product that they wanted. Secondly, we have cash at bank. What is cash at bank? This is a current balance in checking accounts. Kamidor Home Mart use Maybank as main account to keep their money. Lastly, in the list of asset, they have account receivable to collect debt from debtor. Sometimes customer bought something with wholesale, and to facilitate them, debt is allowed. Kamidor Home Mart also has a non-current asset. Firstly, they has a vehicle which is a pickup lorry, and this lorry value 90,000, and usually this is function to carry heavy machine or item with the lorry. In system operation, Kamidor Home Mart use computer, money machine, and stationery to record flow of money and establish stable financial status. Last but not least, they have furniture and fittings such as rack to keep their item or their product proper and organized. Current liability are amount owed by the business that are to yet to paid within 1 year due to small value which it can be afforded by Kamidor Home Mart in short duration of time. Firstly, they have several lists of accounts payable, and it is amount due to supplier for goods that have not yet been paid. Sometimes, when they bought item with wholesale, they will categorize it in the accounts payable. The supplier are from Seng Ho Sidang Berhad and Luang Ho Heng Corporation. This is where most of the business gets their sales item. Next, non-current liability. It is the amounts owed by the business that are not repaid within 1 year because huge value. Kamidor Home Mart have only one non-current liability, which is this business use long-term loans from the headquarters. Every end of the month, they need to pay sufficient installment money, which value 7,500 to them. On the third list, we have revenue. Firstly, operating revenue refer to revenue that a company generates from its primary business activities. For example, Kamidor Home Mart achieved sell of their items around 2,500 to 3,500 daily, which make their operating revenue for the month around 120,000 ringgit. Non-operating revenue means the portion of an organization's income that is derived from activities not related to core business. And Kamidor Home Mart does not have any types of non-operating revenue because they fully focus on sales items only. When Kamidor Home Mart starts the business on 2017, they need 500,000 as beginning capital. And then they succeed to borrow this huge amount from headquarters with 8% interest. And then they need to pay amount 7,500 monthly by installment. Mr. Nelson also brought some of his own assets into the business, such as computer and lorry. The last in the list of classification is expenses. Expenses can be divided into two things, operating and non-operating. Operating expenses mean expenses which are directly involved in the business operation. For example, Kamidor Home Mart has a lot of operating expenses such as utility expenses that contain electricity, telco and water amount 400 per month, worker salary range 1,300 to 1,400 per month, insurance building expenses 1,200 per month, and general expenses for 200 per month. Then rent expenses 6,000 monthly. Account payable for loans that they borrow from headquarters is 7,500. Non-operating expenses are the expenses that not directly involved in daily business transaction. Kamidor Home Mart has also made some non-operating expenses such as assets depreciation, that's it, lorry. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Kazmi Al-Fadil and I will explain the recording process by steps of Kamidor Home Mart. Kamidor Home Mart use the point of sale technology, which is the computer, to record all the transaction and generate financial statement automatically. The steps in recording as follows. Firstly, they identify all the transactions using the source document. Kamidor Home Mart only use a certain document such as purchase order, bank statement and invoice in his transaction, while other documents were rarely applied. Secondly, they creating the journal entries. They key in all the value of the transaction in the suitable journal entries. However, they must track their expenses so that they know how much they spent during the period. Thirdly, after creating the journal entries, it posted automatically to the general ledger. It is allowed the manager of Kamidor Home Mart, which is Mr. Nelson, to see the accounting activities by account. It is also allowed the clerk of Kamidor Home Mart to monitor financial position and status by account. The fourth step in recording process is creating the trial balance. It is to ensure that debits and credits are equal. And next, they also make an adjusted trial balance if necessary. However, Kamidor Home Mart did not make an adjusted trial balance because they did not use the proper accounting system. Next, after all the journal entries and ledger created, it generates all the financial statements. The financial statements of Kamidor Home Mart consist of statement of comprehensive income, balance sheet, and statement of cash flows. Lastly, the Kamidor Home Mart clerk close the books. After closing, they will start again with a new reporting period. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Na'alamiti Mama Ahe. I will continue my group presentation with strengths and weaknesses of recording process. First of foremost, the strength of the recording process is maintain business record. Accounting keeps track of every transaction made by Kamidor Home Mart. It meticulously records all monetary transactions in a suitable ledger. As opposed to human memory, financial accounting keeps track of a vast number of transactions. Next, prevention and detection of fraud. Financial accounting plays a vital role in preventing and detecting frauds and mistakes. It keeps track of all financial information in a fair and accurate manner for use by management. This data serves as evidence and helps to minimize the possible of fraud and inaccuracy. Then, comparison of result. Financial accounting aids in the comparison of business organizations' performance. Financial data is meticulously recorded and archived for many years to come. As a result, comparisons between current and prior years' statistics are simple. Thirdly, helps in preparing financial statements. To discover the genuine profitable or loss of a company, financial accounts must be prepared. Using financial accounting data, financial statements like the profit and loss account and balance sheet may be prepared. After that, present true financial position. It is via financial accounting that Kamidor Home Mart see and understand the genuine state of their financial affairs. Information keeps track of every area of the company's finance and provides it to the company's internal management team on a regular basis. Financial accounting data provides managers with frequent insight into the full scope of the company's financial resources. It aids them in making the right financial choices for the company. Then, acts as legal evidence. All data in financial accounting may be used as evidence in court and to assist resolve business conflicts. All financial transactions are recorded in orderly books of account, which serve as a useful reference point in case something goes wrong. Last but not least, the strength of recording process is assist the management. Financial accounting provides managers with a wide range of information they may use to make strategic choices. An organization's total cash flow statistics may be seen here. They are able to predict the amount of money that an organization will have available and make choices appropriately. While the weaknesses of recording process is records only financial aspects. Because it exclusively considers monetary transactions, financial accounting has several drawbacks. Various non-financial factors such as competitive in markets, economic circumstances, political climate, government laws and regulations, and so on are not considered. All these characteristics have a significant impact on an organization's ability to operate. Next, historic in nature. All previous operations financial accounting data is available in the form of financial accounting. It does not offer information on day-to-day actions, but rather collects all accounting information at the conclusion of a certain accounting period. Despite the fact of historical data may not always be an accurate predictor of future events, all future financial choices are based on this previous knowledge. Thirdly, provides insufficient information. Departments, products, processes, services, or any other activity inside a business are not covered in depth by financial accounting. Assets, liabilities, profits, and losses of the company are outlined in this report. Management may need to make decisions based on activity data that isn't provided. Fourthly, no cost control method. It has no bearing on how much an organization spends or how much money it makes. At the conclusion of the accounting period, financial accounting offers data on costs that have already been incurred. In addition, it fails to keep an eye out of instances of material waste and theft. Budgeting and cost management have nothing to do with one another in the world of financial accounting. After that, it may be manipulated. Financial accounting and data may be modified to meet management's needs. For their own benefit, they may tamper with the numbers and offers bogus statistics. They may display a big profit to attract investors, or they may lower it to avoid paying taxes. Lastly, the weaknesses of recording process is records actual costs. The price variations that occur on a regular basis are ignored by financial accounting. It keeps track on the assets purchase costs, whether they were historical or current. The asset's value fluctuates with time and does not stay constant. Inaccurate information may be presented by financial accounting in this manner.